Wolfmother, the Joker and the Thief. Very cool. Good morning, everybody. You like Wolfmother, Jimmy?
I did like them. I didn't. I think you liked them more than I did, but I liked them more than I thought I would.
They came out of the box with that first album. It was amazing. I actually saw Wolfmother, and they put on a great show.
I forgot about those guys.
I kind of forgot about them, too. And then someone on my Twitter, Opie Radio, suggested that song. And I'm like, yeah, man, I haven't heard those guys in a while. So there you go. Joker and the Thief from Wolfmother. They just can't keep it together. I don't know what happens to people. You got a good thing going, and then all of a sudden you just can't figure it out.
Maybe they have different demons when they succeed. A lot of bands, I think, are good when they've got nothing.
Right.
But then they start making money, and they're like, fucking, one guy goes off and starts doing drugs, or, I don't know about them. But.
Yeah. Does anyone know what happened to Wolfmother? Travis told me they broke up, but then we went to their Wikipedia page, and looks like they took a little time off, and the drummer and the bassist left, but they're trying to do, I don't know.
The singer's probably difficult.
You think that's what's going on there?
If the drummer and the, you know what it takes for the drummer and the bassist to leave? Like, those are the last guys to leave a band.
Right.
They're the guys who fucking,
I should did some research before I played that song, but we picked that literally 5 minutes before the show. So
it's always the lead singer or the guitarist who are like the prima donnas. It's usually not the drummer or unless it's Ginger Baker, which I did see that. Did you see that documentary on Ginger Baker?
No, you were trying to turn me on to that. I got to remember.
Yeah. Beware of Mr. Baker.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, what a wacko.
I like a good documentary. I love a good documentary. By the way, everyone that saw Dear Zachary, I think in the end we're just not talking about it.
Yeah.
That fucking documentary, to this day I see the tweets coming in on my Twitter feed that people saw Dear Zachary, and it just fucking ruined people. It ruined them. They're like, I'm ruined. I'm ruined for a long time.
Yeah.
I guess if we get Morgan Spurlock in next time, we'll have a deep discussion about it. But I just want to acknowledge I'm reading your tweets and that you guys saw Dear Zachary and you were just fucking ruined by it. So.
You knew what we knew going in, and that's really good.
Right,
It just kind of opened up in front of you.
Right.
And that was the way it should have happened.
And then, some idiots going, we warned you that it was bad.
Yeah.
We didn't say this was a cheerful, happy documentary. We warned you it was dark and brutal.
Well, I told my manager it was a comedy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I told Jonathan it was hilarious.
Really?
Yeah. I told Jonathan.
Did you really?
Yeah. I texted him, I'm like, you got to watch this hilarious documentary.
Did he?
Yeah. He goes, dude, it's fucking miserable.
That's funny, man.
He's like, I kept thinking it was going to get funny, like something was going to happen. Yeah, it really destroyed him.
Well, anyone that knows any info on Wolfmother, I want that today. I just can't believe it, though, because it's so hard to make it in music, and these guys were just
they were very good.
Fucking hot right from the get-go, and they just can't, keep it together. So
yeah, I'm always fascinated by how I'm more fascinated with how bands survive than them breaking up. Because the fact that you can get four guys to agree on anything for any length of time creatively,
right?
Is, fucking when we were doing those shows, the antisocial shows, the four comics, we're all working independently, and it was hard enough to get our schedules to work together. And then, do we sign after? Do we not? There was always it wasn't
something.
even fighting. It was just, one guy wants to do this, one guy wants to do that.
Right.
And you weren't even getting mad at each other. It was just even on this casual level, you can't get everyone to want to do the same thing at the same time.
Right. Well, and then imagine being a very successful band.
We have to creatively collaborate every day.
Right.
And go on the road. And the one guy who's always late. And the one guy who's fucking drunk and you're afraid he's going to miss the show every night.
That's why they end up just taking their own buses eventually. When we saw Metallica coming and going for that Apollo show, they all pretty much came and left separately. They all had their own cars and they just left separately. They're at that stage of their careers / lives. They probably don't really like hanging out with each other on a regular basis. They understand when they get together, there's some magic there, but then they move on.
Yeah, and it's like, again, there's no way Lars or Kirk want to wait for a guy who's going to be late, even if it's James. And there's no way James wants to deal with a guy who's going to be drunk, even if it's... they're all such big stars. They're not impressed with each other anymore.
Right.
So,
well, that documentary, some kind of monster.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
it was good.
That's an amazing documentary with the therapist and everything else. And then the therapist turns out having more problems in the band, obviously, because he was butthurt that the band didn't want him anymore or needed him around anymore.
Right. He was bothered, wasn't he?
He was butthurt. Because he kind of started thinking that he was going to be a new member of Metallica, moving forward. they're going to need me for the rest of their careers, and they basically told him to beat it.
Yeah, he was fucking bricks, pal.
He was butthurt.
How long do they have him for?
I haven't seen that documentary in a while now, so I want to say a year, maybe 18 months, right? Somewhere around there.
Yeah, it was ballsy of them to show that too.
Right.
Like this fucking these one of the best metal bands of all time, just collapsing and needing a therapist. It's
right.
It's kind of cool.
I didn't see the Jets yesterday.
I don't watch any football. I watched a lot of Dallas. I don't watch any football.
I saw your boy Romo.
It's just, he is what he is. We all know what he is.
I saw your boy Romo. He was the #1 trend on Twitter for most of the afternoon and most of the night.
It was close when I tuned in. I mean, they were only down 28-3. So I was like, or 28-7, whatever it was. I forgot the game was yesterday. I could care less.
Right.
But I can't watch the Cowboys because I'm much more interested in watching Michael Sam play than fucking Tony Romo. He's just a bum. He's a bum.
Did Sam play yesterday?
No, he's
not you, Sam. Huh?
He's on the practice squad.
He's on the practice squad for the Cowboys, Michael Sam?
Yeah.
The gay player, I guess.
But I watched
We all
Romo.
have to acknowledge the gay player.
He stinks, this guy. And I know people will go, look at all the time he's got.
Right.
He has protection. One guy's chased him. He runs out of the pocket.
Oh, my God.
He threw it in between 8 49ers.
I think this is the Deadspin video. Yeah. Yeah, Deadspin put together a highlight reel of Romo's performance yesterday. It's pretty funny.
He's
if you want to
horrible.
go there. We'll tweet the link. Can we tweet the link there, E-Rock? I'll put it on my Twitter. Jimmy will put it on his Twitter, blah, blah, blah. A very special first half highlight reel for Cowboy fans. You want to see this? This is for you, Jimmy, because you missed the game.
He's just not a winner, man. The guy's not a fucking winner. Oh, yeah, it's just... I like the music. It's not good stuff happening for the Cowboys.
Hey, Romo.
He's back. He throws into triple coverage.
That's a horrible pass.
Triple coverage. Here he is in plenty of time. Here the guy chases him out of the pocket again.
From the red zone.
And he throws.
Oh, my God. Underthrown.
Yes,
another
2 Cowboys.
horrible pass.
He stinks. All right, now there's the play fake.
And he
Plenty
goes,
of time, by the way.
Hail Mary. And, well...
Right? Into double coverage.
Double coverage, Hail Mary. That's never good.
And he underthrew into double coverage. He underthrew into double coverage, and he had plenty of time because that was 45 yards down the field. So I don't want anybody calling me going, the offensive line's not protected. There was fucking plenty of time. I wish I had a different annoying guy voice, but that's the perfect one.
Thank you.
That's the best. There's no way around it. That's the best voice to describe that fucking mentality.
It's just too nice out to watch football. I'm one of those. I couldn't. It was a beautiful day yesterday.
Yeah.
And I might have went to a beach for a couple days because this is squeezing in a few more days of summer. And then I wanted to watch the Jets, but then it's too nice out. It's hard. So I just get some updates on my phone. I took a peek at a couple plays. That was it. I didn't really watch the Jets game.
I was on Tinder tugging my prick.
Were you?
Yeah, that's all I did. And I watched a little football, but I forgot the game was yesterday too. I just forget.
It's just when it's that nice out, I just can't sit indoors and watch football yet. Maybe I'm a fair weather fan. I don't know.
That's the best kind of fan. Why should you? Why should you? When they're not winning, they should have empty seats. That really bugs football fans too.
Right.
I love being that guy.
What I was following your Twitter. You were in Syracuse. I heard the shows were good.
Tremendous, yes, very fun.
I always get an update from Kenny on the way in.
Yeah, it was great.
He said you guys had a great weekend up there in Syracuse. A lot of fans.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, it was the Thursday was the only show that I wish there was more people at, and even that was good. None of them were bad.
Right.
Thursday's always the hardest. We did 6 radio shows Friday morning. They all took me,
6 shows on a Friday morning?
Yeah, it was very... I only had 3 scheduled. No. It was, I think, 2 different buildings, and then there was extra shows, and they were like, we'll it was just one of those great runs.
Good
and
for
they were all good. And I did Scorch's old... I was a little fucking starstruck. I was in Scorch's old studio with the view he had.
Yeah.
It's nothing like I expected.
No.
It was just... yeah. And your guy, Paulie was his name? Yeah, he was good. I liked him.
Paulie used to work with Scorch?
Yeah, Scorch's sidekick that Scorch...
Fucked over?
Fucked over, yeah.
And the guy who looks like Brian Posehn, that fucking ghoul that he works with, who's...
Why did Scorch fuck over Paulie for the newbies out there?
Because, Paulie was Scorch's sidekick, and for a year, Scorch told Paulie that he was getting their tapes out there to everybody, and that Paulie didn't need to worry about a thing. And then one day, he called Paulie and said, tomorrow's my last show, I'm moving to New Hampshire.
Right.
And Paulie's not coming, because he hadn't sent out the Paulie tapes at all.
Mensch Vegas?
Manch Vegas.
Manch Vegas.
Yeah, that was the guy I met, and I didn't know who he was. And then I was like, when he told me who he was, I was like, "Fuck!" I was pretty.
You had to be starstruck.
I was starstruck.
With Paulie from Scorch's old show.
Yeah, they were fun that show though. There was the one. I don't remember the other guy's name, who was kind of like the his co-host, and then there was the third guy whose name I don't remember.
No Hole.
No, that's a fun show. There's three guys just bullshitting. They were good.
I admire any radio show that is able to fight back management and keep the hole out of the studio. Good for you. Good for Syracuse.
Yeah. Well, that's an independent station, I think. Aren't they independently owned?
Which station are they on now?
I don't remember. Dude, you know this. You literally just walk in sometimes,
right? And
they don't tell you. Like there was.
I guess that's more my world. I would so remember.
Oh no,
I would remember the call letters.
I did the Dinosaur. I did a couple at the Dinosaur.
There's a station called the Dinosaur.
Oh yeah, see Dick Clarksburg's station in Syracuse. I was in that studio.
It's actually called the Dinosaur.
The Dinosaur. We know because we got dinosaur T-shirts. And but I'll tell you, this is old school radio. You get there,
right,
and there's fucking what is probably the best donut spread I've ever seen. Like they have some local lady who makes it,
yeah,
and the comedian gets first pick every Friday morning.
Nice,
yeah, it was really nice.
What'd you pick?
I had a teeny cookie and left the rest for the staff.
Right.
I was very well behaved. But I mean, it was just like an old school feel.
But what do they do as the Dinosaur? Do they have a lot of roaring?
No, but
the Dinosaur.
They say dinosaur a couple times unnecessarily. Like, well, we're just dinosaurs. I know, I saw the picture. I understand.
Are they excited to be the Dinosaur?
Yes, they are.
Can we hear some production from the Dinosaur? I got to hear how they do it.
You should know that they're not DJs.
What?
They're not DJs on the station.
What do you mean?
They're paleontologists.
Really?
Yeah.
And do they have like weird names?
Just the morning guy has a weird name.
What's his name?
The morning guy is Nick the Caveman Kaplan.
Did you do his show?
I don't believe I did. I did.
Maybe Nick the Caveman Kaplan.
Oh wait, yeah, I did do. He was good. He was.
We can't make fun of him.
No, Nick was good actually.
The guy took Jimmy. Probably is a fan of Jimmy. Maybe our show in general. We can't make fun of the Caveman.
I think I wasn't supposed to. I don't think I was supposed to do the Caveman. He was a last minute pickup. The Caveman just said, "Yeah." I was doing some other mix, top 40 type of station that was there.
Today's best mix.
It was exactly like that. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Whoa.
There's a guy whose co-host was out, and he had a quite beautiful co-host with him, the midday girl, who was delightful. That's not her. No, it's not.
That's a pig.
It's not her.
We don't know what station we're looking at, but that's a pig right there.
Yeah, no,
that's an oinker
on the mix. 100 point whatever.
Today's best mix?
I think that
from
was
the 80s, 90s, and today?
God, it sounds familiar. Yep, it was something like that. Today's best mix. Only on the home of... Yeah.
Only, really? So I'll just make believe I'm not hearing really cool songs on other stations because you're the only station that can play the cool songs.
Yeah.
Even though you're playing the same playlist. Okay, I'll make believe along with you.
And I did one old guy who didn't know who I was, but he was really he was on the same station as Sam's old guys, and he was like, I walk in, he was nominated for Syracuse's best radio. So I walk in and he's like, I don't know you, but I'm happy. He was very pleasant. He wasn't being a dick. He's just an old guy.
Right.
And I had no idea who I was. Very, very nice.
None.
Man. I don't think it helped get more than 3 people in the room, but he was a really, a lovely man.
Do they have a K-Rock up there?
That's what Paulie was on.
Oh, is that K-Rock? Okay.
Yeah.
And we had a K-Rock here in New York.
Yep. And I've done the one in L.A. I'm trying to hit all the K-Rocks.
That's smart. There's probably 1,000 of them out there.
Yeah.
All trying to make believe they're the original K-Rock or something.
The home of rock and roll.
Syracuse, your Twitter was hilarious over the weekend. So you had shitty pancakes at IHOP?
Oh, it was a fucking...
Wait, what were we going to talk about here? Because we'll get back there.
Whatever.
There was a reason. Syracuse, Tinder probably. Okay.
Yeah, Tinder.
So the pancakes at IHOP?
It's funny. You don't walk into IHOP expecting to have it on the green. I know what it is. Believe me. I've eaten on the road for years. I know IHOP is IHOP. You can go in there, get some scrambled eggs. You can get a couple of... I always get one wheat pancake. I'll pay for 3. It's like, all right. But the eggs were, it was inedibly disgusting. Like, not just like, hey, these are not the best eggs in the world. It was inedible.
Right. What made them inedible?
They smelled funny.
It's hard to fuck up eggs.
That's what Kenny said, and he was right.
It's really hard.
It's like when they cook everything on the same part of the grill, and then they just mush it down with the
Right.
So they're flat scrambled eggs,
Right.
and they stunk.
Right.
And they were a little liquidy. They just tasted dirty.
They need to be fluffy.
It was dirty.
right.
It tasted dirty.
When they squeeze it all together, they're just making it, I don't know,
Awful.
like rubber.
And then the one wheat pancake came, and it wasn't cooked all the way through. It was like liquidy in the middle, like pancake batter.
Really?
Just fucking disgusting.
They didn't wait for the bubbles? Everyone knows you wait for the bubbles before you flip.
It was like, really, guys, like you can't just make a decent pancake at IHOP.
That's
Like, just how about you cook it through?
You should have had a Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
I won't even say that. I will never say those. That's one thing Florentine started that rubbed off. I won't say. He points at the menu.
Right.
That's a Jim Florentine thing, but I also agree. I refuse to do it.
It's fun for everybody.
It's not fun for anybody.
They like you saying it. They enjoy hearing it. I'll take a Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
No, but
they
if
are
it's-
delicious.
Not that this is going to matter, but if it's any consolation, and this is no connection, Chip was singing that alone last night. That's what my life is.
Really?
I was in my apartment
How
walking
did that
around
sound?
going, Rudy Tooty, fresh and fucking fruity. For no reason, I was alone, and I never thought that I would say that.
I'm so mad I have to adjust my Chip thing.
Why?
Because my whole angle on Chip was to ignore him, and now, unfortunately, I can't ignore him.
Yeah, there's not enough people in the room.
There's
You
not
have to
enough
talk to
people,
him.
so now I have to find a way to now I got to interact with Chip.
He's Anthony's replacement, by the way. That's
Yeah.
how serious they are. They're hiring Chip, so I'm getting paid and Chip is getting paid. We didn't make the announcement, but
I loved my angle on that. I really enjoyed the fact that all I had to do was ignore him, and now I can't. I know that now.
Not at all. You have to talk to him more.
So he was just singing the song,
That's all I have on Chip today. I was just by myself,
singing Rudy Tooty.
fresh and fucking fruity for no reason.
Was it a little?
That's always there, dude. I was
Nice.
texting Sam's song lyrics. I just do that so I don't forget. It's just nonsense.
I missed Sam's birthday party, so
I wasn't invited to it. I didn't know about it.
I'm having a tough
You're
time
in
looking
Syracuse.
at. I'm having a
that's
tough
good.
time looking at Sam. I just couldn't get off the beach. That is the truth, Sam.
Happy birthday, Sam.
Have I
you.
been to most of your birthdays?
Yeah.
Are we gonna be all right?
Yeah, it would be fine.
Would you have
gonna be
invited
okay?
me?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have.
You can't. I invited you for Christmas Eve with my family.
That
Why
is a
wouldn't I
good
have
point.
invited
Thank
you?
He would have invited you. He knew you were in Syracuse.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, the IHOP experience was horrible. Were you yelling and screaming?
No, I just
Causing
took-
a scene?
No, we just left. I paid the lady. She's like, "I'll take it back." I'm like, it's like at that point you're already there. Let's just go, Kenny. We just, it was disgusting. It wasn't like
You didn't pitch a fit?
no. It was just IHOP, but I mean, it was disgusting for IHOP. And I'm looking at the people who are eating there, and I'm like, this is some guy with his girlfriend and his wife and his kid, whatever it was. And I'm like, I felt bad. Like, are there people who this is like the only place they can afford to eat? Like, I'm lucky.
Of course it is.
I normally don't have to eat that stuff. I'm very lucky. I can.
But
eat
you had
in
to question
decent
that? Of
restaurants.
course that's-
no. It was
that's
kind of
what it is.
rhetorical. Like,
Oh, okay.
is this
All right, yeah.
is this what these guys have to do to go out? It's just this is what they have to settle on.
I actually used to like IHOP. I haven't gone in years for whatever reason. Well, I know why. Because I'm trying, to eat better.
It's tasty. It's good. Like
Right.
in a good IHOP,
I
it's
used
great.
to love their pancakes. I would always get some kind of fruity pancake. I do
Yeah.
believe I was a big fan of the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
Isn't that Denny's or no?
Denny's had the Grand Slam, right? Right, Sammy?
Yeah.
Sammy knows this shit. I don't
Yeah.
know this shit as well.
But
Grand
it was
Slam breakfast.
disgusting food. The fucking inedible. I was afraid I was gonna get sick, like that type of thing where you're like. And then we actually left and went to. I hate to. What's that? Chipotle. I went to Chipotle. That's where we went to eat.
Oh, I love Chipotle.
Yeah, they were fine.
Keep it healthy, or you went all in?
No, it was fine. Just some chicken and whatever. It wasn't unhealthy, but
I used to eat a lot of Denny's when I was in Buffalo after a night of Jägermeister shots. They loved their Jägermeister up in Buffalo.
yeah, anywhere
Ugh.
cold, they like Jägermeister.
Huh?
I think anywhere cold.
Oh my God, that gave you horrible hangovers for
Yeah.
whatever reason. Probably all the sugar.
Yeah.
And probably because back then I was doing 10 or 12 a night easily, and then we would do the Denny's to just kind of soak everything up before we went home. Ugh.
There's some lovely
I don't
girls in
miss- I don't
Syracuse,
miss
by the
that.
way.
Syracuse-
Buffalo chicks not good.
No.
Syracuse has some beautiful fucking girls, man.
I
So
mean,
college chicks.
Oh yeah,
that's why. I mean, Buffalo. I worked with Garth Hemp, and I'll never forget it. He comes in. He's a big LA guy with the voice. The Garth Hemp. We've looked him up over the years. He turned out to be a weatherman or something when he moved back to LA. But he was a morning guy with that voice that everybody wanted back in the day when radio voices kind of mattered.
Right.
And he came strolling into Buffalo to do mornings at the radio station I was at. And he I don't know if he came up with this. To this day I feel like he did, but he started calling the girls Buffalo Betties, and to this day it just makes me fucking howl.
Buffalo Betty is a great description.
Back then in the late 80s, early 90s, the Buffalo girls, they would wear just horrible, almost mom jeans, even though they were too young to be wearing that, and they all had big over-the-top sweatshirts, so you didn't even know what their bodies looked like. And then Garth Hemp came up with the term Buffalo Betties, which we all used over and over again. So you're right. I don't think the girls in Buffalo in general were that great. And then you start moving east. Rochester, not too bad, because I lived there. And then Syracuse, even better, just because of what Sam said, the college angle.
They were there was some messes, but there was some beautiful. Like on Tinder's a great gauge of what's in an area. And I'll be honest, what I saw on Tinder, Syracuse, not promising.
Really?
No, none for me, of course. But I mean, you're still swiping. I'm swiping. And after a while, you stop being selective, and you forget that you can swipe no, too. I'm just like, yep.
Wait, how does it work? What is a swipe? You see a girl?
You open it up.
Or a profile?
Yeah, you open it up, and you get pictures of girls who are in your age range that you set your Tinder for. Like, in New York, you'll have a bunch pop up.
What's your age range? I need to know.
I'll tell you.
18? 18 plus?
Of course. Yeah. 18 and under. It was...
what was the ceiling? 22?
18 to 40. I had it... I've actually done it all the way. Within 22 miles.
By the way, good for you going all the way up to 40.
I don't mean it. Believe it. I was 18 to 23, and I just kept going higher because there was no new matches.
There's some solid 40s. There really are some solid 40s.
God bless them. I'll never meet them. What happens is, like, look here. This one comes up, Peggy, no. You go no to the left, and then you go to the right. She's 40. She's kind of cute. Nope. It even says nope in the little red letter. Nope.
Oh, that's hilarious. So if you swipe to the left, it's a nope.
Yeah, and there's a little girl picture here. That's obviously someone's daughter. So I'll go, nope. And then this girl.
Wait, why is there a picture of her daughter?
I can't go back to it because it's in the stratosphere, gone forever. She probably wants to show that she's a parent and she's looking for something.
Yeah, but that's kind of creepy.
Very creepy, yes.
That her profile picture is her daughter.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Or is that a setup by the FBI?
No. Like here, Amanda's kind of cute. She's 29. So if I want to learn about Amanda, I'll hit the I. There's an X. And there's a red X and there's a green heart. Mm-hmm. You could do those or you can do the swipe. And then when you... where the fuck? I lost them. Oh, nerds. I'll click on info. And then if she has some more pictures, I can swipe through her photos. And I can see, like, wow, she's kind of cute.
Right.
So I'll click the old heart like.
Right.
And if they happen to be going through my photos and they like me, let's be honest, the odds are not high.
How many likes you get?
Not many.
And were they piggies? What was the quality girl that said yes to Jim Norton?
Well, a lot of times, our first instinct is the correct instinct, and you might have had a good instinct there.
Piggies?
Yeah. No, there's a couple of cute ones. Actually, a couple. I'm not pulling in Troy Kwan numbers, but I'll tell you one thing I made a mistake, was that I set my age, honestly. I'm 46, and I said I was 46. A lot of these girls, what was his name? Adam Duritz?
Yeah.
Is on Tinder trying to meet girls. And he said he fucked up because he made it his real age, which is 50. So a lot of girls don't even see you because they set their age probably, 25 to 35.
Right.
They don't even look about 40. So there's no way to...
So you got to go 38.
I can't, though. First of all, I don't like to lie.
Why can't you go 38?
I don't like to lie about my age and annoy. I just don't like to. But
Why? You're
I
just trying to get your prick sucked.
No, dude, if I would have known that
if you're in the game of just getting your prick sucked, all bets are off.
Well, this is why I should have lied to get my prick sucked. You're not wrong. Because they say... You set your birthday, and this is the last chance you'll ever have to set your birthday.
Oh.
They let you know.
Oh.
They're warning you, hey, dummy. And I'm like, wow, this is 1968.
Wow.
So stupid. So dumb.
Can you delete that and start over? Something?
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh,
they tried to warn me. They tried to warn me.
So if I'm getting this right, a lot of girls aren't even going to see your picture.
Not even going to see because their age range is set lower. But a lot of them, I should have done 39.
I would have went 37, 38 probably.
Well, they might. I figure they just go to 40, but yeah.
Because 39, then they're like, all right, he's obviously well over 40 if he's, saying 39.
I don't, I'm not worried about it though. It's like, it's more like I got a few hits here and there. I had gotten none for a long time.
Right.
And,
all right, it's promising then.
But I'm not, Troy Kwan is, he really had me sold on Tinder. But then again, I need a Troy Kwan profile photo. I don't have a Troy Kwan.
Can you change your profile pic?
Oh, yeah, I do. You
right.
pull them up from your face.
So why don't we get a little photo shoot going and get the proper Tinder picture for Jimmy today?
I have a good Tinder picture.
You do?
Yeah. It's not
It's not you licking cum off your hand, is it?
No.
Okay, because that might be a turn-off
It's a Tonight Show picture. Believe me, you start doing whatever you got to do.
Nice.
You start doing whatever you got to do.
You should have Jay in there, though.
You know what? I didn't because...
Just in the background.
Because it's too small. The circle is really small. So it would just be like, I don't think people would think it's Jay Leno.
Right.
And then click on it and he sues me because a bunch of fat girls are calling him. I don't know where he is.
All right. So you're on Tinder and it's a slow start.
Yeah, it's kind of what I expect. I had higher hopes for Tinder. I really did, man. I'm like, this will be fucking great. I'll be swimming in puss. I figured I'm going to go up to Syracuse and just be in fucking box heaven. Pick at the litter.
You've only been on it 3 days. You got to give it a little time.
Yeah, but it's instant. It's like they're on right now. They can like my picture right now.
Do they?
No, they don't.
Oh, wow.
They don't even see my fucking picture.
Oh, boy.
They don't even see it.
What was so the Syracuse Tinder, good shows.
Yeah.
This guy.
We'll get it all covered.
Let me say hi to Joey in Brooklyn. Joey.
Hey, Opie, I went to SUNY Fredonia back in like 80s and 90s. What was that guy, Sandy Beach? Was he like a big fat guy?
First of all, did you know my brother in Fredonia?
Who was that?
He did the Snorkin cartoon. Darren
Hughes. You know what? I don't know, brother.
He was a local celebrity in Fredonia. What about Buffalo?
Remember Sandy Beach, the radio personality?
Sandy Beach was huge in Buffalo when I was up there. I don't know much about his radio show, to be honest with you.
That's the guy's name?
Yeah,
Oh.
Sandy Beach, which I did find weird because, it was fucking cold 9 months out of the year, and then you got this guy reminding you how it could be.
Sandy.
Every morning, Sandy Beach was his name, yes. He was a monster up there, though, man. He did very well.
Oh.
When I was up there, Rocky Allen was the morning guy. This is how fucking far back I go. Who ended up coming to New York and doing very well in afternoons until me and Anthony came to town, and then we kind of, I think we did, well, I'll be polite, we did a little better than Rocky Allen and the Showgram. But when I was in Buffalo, he was like a mafia boss. I remember going to the Spaghetti Warehouse, and he would have a table, like, literally in the back, a huge table, and they would treat him like he was the boss.
He was a very big boy, too. He's a really heavy guy.
Very intimidating when you saw him, and man, he was happening in Buffalo, and people would come up and pretty much kiss the ring, really. I mean, he was a giant up there.
He went to
in more
Detroit,
ways than one.
didn't he, after he left New York? He went to Detroit, and then did he come back to New York and not do as well?
Think so.
It was Blaine Allen, I think, was his, was that his guy's name?
They had a really good show.
Ensley.
Sorry, what is it?
Blaine Ensley.
Blaine Ensley, yeah. I don't remember I just hated the way that they said Showgram.
Right.
I didn't like the fact they said Showgram.
They had a really good show. I mean, it was just a different type of show than what me and Anthony did when we came to New York. So, I have nothing. Honestly, I have nothing but respect for Rocky Allen. I want to make that perfectly clear. So,
What, sir?
What about Norton? Was he like
I fucking hated Larry. Larry, honestly, is one of the luckiest guys in radio. He was never fucking good. He was never good. And then he fucking lied about me over the years. So fuck him.
What did he claim happened between you two?
He said I was his intern and shit. I was not his intern. We all worked together at CMF in Rochester, and he was just the lonely production guy when I was a nobody, trust me. And Larry was just a production guy. And then he went to Buffalo and kind of bit off a lot of the shit that Brother Weeze was doing, and became very successful. They like him a lot in Buffalo, but I never had respect for the guy. I don't think he's that great.
Did he claim something happened between you two?
Not he
Like, I mean, like
liked to
between
try
a couple of men.
A lot of radio guys like to just try to knock you down. I was starting out, but then he tried to claim to everybody when I had some success that I was his intern at Rochester, which was not true. I was never an intern at WCMF.
Would he claim that you'd come in and rub his shoulders during the breaks?
Pretty much that type of shit.
Get his neck all worked up, lathered up.
I know where Larry came from. He's all right. He's very lucky at the career he ended up having in Buffalo. That's all I'll say.
Kiss the nape of his neck.
Actually, that could be Jimmy's new character, Norton.
Norton.
I've heard his name, but I don't know.
And then they
it.
do that dumb The Lobster's Loose, and he did it for... Does he still do it? Because they promote that we're going to let the lobster loose, and they waste so much airtime during the week pushing, we're going to let the lobster loose. And then it's just that dumb movie clip.
What's that mean?
I don't know. I guess it means it's the start of the weekend.
Oh, that sounds fun.
What does it mean, E-Rock?
I like a good weekend lead-in.
It's just a dumb thing they would do on their Friday morning, like, whatever their festivities to start the weekend. It's Bill Murray from Saturday Night Live, I think.
Right. But there was nothing to it, and they would promote it like it was this big over-the-top bit that was involved, and everyone gets involved, and all it was pushing a button to play a movie clip every Friday.
Letting the lobster loose.
But he's successful in Buffalo. I was going through Buffalo last year for, Iron Mike Benson's funeral. Just a great guy, great radio guy, great voice. And I was listening to Bill's coverage, actually, and he's still doing it. So,
is he a morning guy or afternoon guy?
Mornings, I guess. But supposedly he doesn't even live in Buffalo anymore. He lives in Florida and does a show out of Florida, but makes believe he still lives in Buffalo. I don't know.
Oh, why do guys?
But who am I to say? He's very successful up there, huh?
Why do they lie?
I think most people are aware, but he does it in such a way that it makes it sound like he's
cold here.
Still very much part of the community. So, anything else, Joey?
Hey, well, we live parallel lives. I actually live on Crescent Beach Drive in Huntington. So
Crescent Beach, nice. Yeah. I was at F.H. Riley's yesterday. My brother's joined, having a wonderful late afternoon meal instead of watching the Jets. I heard the Jets game, but the TV was in the bar area. But anyway, I'm babbling.
Right,
thank you, Joey.
Talk to you soon.
All right.
It's actually Tony, but I'm talking.
What is it, Donnie?
No, Tony from Brooklyn. I see you at Starbucks all the time in Huntington.
Tony.
Not all the time, a few times.
All right, run on, Tony. Thank you, brother. Yeah, we like a little Starbucks from time to time. Oh, the Starbucks in my neighborhood, my old neighborhood on 67th and Columbus, a car went right, crashed into the side of it.
On purpose?
I guess. I'll Instagram the picture. It's not the greatest, but yeah. Look at this fucking thing.
They don't get their legs crushed? I don't know. I always like that when the car hits a wall. Good pair of legs crushed.
Look, he fucking blew the light and hit the corner of the Starbucks.
Oh, wow. It's dark.
And the new... Yeah, I know. I got to lighten up. It might not even be that
it was dark out. So you can still see there's a car on the wall.
No, Kenny... This is the Starbucks. Kenny gets my coffee every morning. He goes, I had to go to another Starbucks because a car smashed into Starbucks.
It's probably his fault. He's probably in the street. They try to avoid it like they would Frankenstein.
Right.
This fucking monster in the road.
I think it made the local news, though, because I see cameramen all over the place. But my picture, because we were driving, it's all right. You could see that the front end's crushed.
You think they're doing a hacky job? They ordered their coffee and they said, leave room for Fender.
Of course. Of course.
I'm very tired today because I went to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was up late last night. I was on a bad schedule because we didn't get home till 5 in the morning.
You guys like to drive late.
Always. There's no traffic. 4 hours you made it home.
But doesn't that ruin your Sunday when you get home? Like I asked Kenny, he said he got home at 5:30 in the morning. Doesn't that just ruin your Sunday now?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what ruins my Sunday worse is being traffic. Like I literally woke up, went and got some breakfast by myself. But you could go for bed at 5 o'clock, wake up at noon, and you have your whole day.
Right.
Traffic I hate more than. So I woke up late and whatever. So last night I'm watching this fucking JP the B Man. Just go find him on fucking YouTube. I'm obsessed with him. He's all I want to watch. He's a guy from Louisiana, and he loves bees, and he goes after JP the B Man. It's one word, and he smokes and dismantles honeybees nests, but he doesn't wear a mask and he doesn't wear gloves.
How'd you find out about him?
I don't know why. That's why I love.
And why is his videos? They only have 11,000 views. Because he's like, handling bees without any equipment.
But he does this. Like what he'll do is he'll pull them out of a wall. He'll rip a giant beehive out of a wall. And then he builds right there on the spot. He has these like almost like window frame pieces of wood, and he takes like these. He'll take a box cutter. He'll cut the honeycomb while there's bees on it.
Yeah.
Puts it into the little small window frame. rubber bands it in, so now that little piece of honeycomb is in a small window frame. And then you know how beekeeper boxes look? He'll make one there, which will get the whole hive of bees to go into the box. So he's basically just moving their home, and then he takes it somewhere where the bees hang out. Like he doesn't kill them.
I probably, like, when the cameras are off, he's drowning bees left and right. He's had enough of...
Yeah.
You think he's had enough of bees at this point?
He's got to be fucking fed up with it. I know he gets stung a lot because he said he gets stung a lot, but there was one where he's doing a swarm.
Yeah.
He's dealing with a swarm, and he's like, I hope they're friendly today, because I did one last year. It was kind of chilly, and they lit me up good. They lit me up good.
After you get lit up once by a bunch of honeybees, when you wear something...
Nothing. Just slip into the middle of it. You can just watch. He just smokes them. He uses that dumb smoke machine. But I'm like, why the fuck is he doing this?
He doesn't even wear long sleeves.
He wears shorts, dude. He wears a fucking t-shirt, and he stands it with bees all over him. I'll show you one where there's a lot of bees flying around his head.
He should at least wear a long sleeve.
There's so many videos of
Wait, who turned you on to this?
I just happened to be...
you stumbled upon it.
I was looking at beehives in houses. I Googled. and this guy came up. I guess you could go on any of them.
He was one of the better ones out there?
Yeah. Let's try that one.
Let's try to get him on the show then.
In the tire. There's a tire full of bees.
Folks, it's Tuesday, October 15th. I'm in River Ridge.
He's sitting on a tire with there's a fucking swarm of bees on it. Like they're all right in there.
On the other side of the levee.
Can you pause this for a second? I just have a strange question. Why does he need to get the bees out of this tire? That obviously is in the middle of the woods or something. Half the tire is buried.
It might be someone's property, or it might be that he harvests honeybees too. Like this is what he does for a living. He's a fucking guy who just gets bees. He removes them, but I'm guessing he brings them somewhere so they can survive. And like you can harvest. He eats the honey. He'll literally be pulling a piece off an active beehive, and he'll go, "That honey's good." A fucking psychopath, this guy.
It must taste good though.
Oh, amazing!
Fresh from the bee's asshole.
Yeah.
Where does it come out? I don't know.
Asshole.
You think that really?
I believe rectum.
Is it we're just eating their shit?
Delicious shit. Yeah.
We're eating bee shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bees live a German porno.
They eat pollen and they shit honey.
Have you discovered honey and peanut butter sandwiches yet?
No, sounds good.
Goodness.
No, were you Elvis? It's like a fucking Elvis snack.
Goodness. Why didn't I discover this years ago? And I enjoy a good peanut butter and jelly, let me tell you. I just noticed they got the jammies in the background, in the back office there.
The Uncrustables or whatever?
There's someone trying to, move into the Uncrustables territory. And I think they're called jammies. And they're in our machine back there.
Oh.
You don't peanut butter and jelly from the vending machine?
No, I'm not aware
Have you
of
done
that.
it yet?
No.
You won't do that?
Absolutely.
You know who I bet loves peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? I bet once Florentine gets in here, I'm sure he'll be on your side.
I gotta ask him,
not too.
I gotta ask him about Uncrustables. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, he'll probably...
And jammies. I think that brand's called jammies in the bag.
Just zip in the middle. Just see how many bees the guy has on it. Watch him sticking his hand in the tire.
Is he afraid of getting stung?
No. Like, I'm amazed. He wouldn't pull his shit with Japanese hornets. But the fact that this guy is just comfortable. I know bees are docile. I know that they're not fucking...
But he's being an asshole by wearing short sleeves. Now he's kind of
You wear a hoodie.
He's rubbing it in how cool he is.
He just doesn't mind getting stung.
There's no way you would wear a short sleeve shirt if you were dealing with honeybees. You would at least put on a long sleeve.
But there's nothing nervous about this guy. I don't know how he does it.
And I know where he's taking the bees.
Where?
To a future client. If you were this guy, wouldn't you take your bees and go, all right, this person's not home, I'm gonna fucking release the whole
That's funny, yeah.
And they'll be calling me within a week or two.
He brings them to someone's house and puts them under an eave.
Yeah, he's probably just dealing with the same fucking colony of bees for the last 10 years.
He drives around for 3 hours and goes back when it's dark.
Right.
Well, he'll actually find the queen too. This guy, he's got a little thing clipped to his under his neck. It looks like like something you'd clip papers with, and he'll actually find the queen in that, make sure, and he'll go through, he'll pick these fucking things up and just play it while we're talking. And you don't have to have the volume on. He'll sift through the bees with his fingers and find the queen to make sure that he has the queen, so everyone will go there.
But wouldn't that piss everybody off as you're yanking the queen out of the hive with your two fingers?
I would imagine it doesn't make them happy.
Yeah.
But he doesn't give a fuck.
Has he ever? Do you think he's ever thought to himself, maybe I should wear a turtleneck today?
I don't know if he's ever. I really don't. He doesn't wear gloves. He wears short sleeve shirts and a hat. And he's from Louisiana. And there's one part at the end of the other one where just the father and son are enjoying some honey. It just made me so happy. He's like,
nice.
There's a father and son enjoying honey from their shed. It's such an awful quote. He was just so happy with himself.
Let's see this.
Look at how many bees are on that tire.
Wowee.
And he doesn't even get the smoke on them. He just does it in the vicinity.
I mean, he's just brushing bees off.
Yeah, this guy is.
So what is he doing now? He's just reaching into this old tire.
Yeah, he's just pulling out
He's
a
got
fucking.
part of the nest.
Covered in bees.
It's covered in bees.
Part of the
He's
hive.
He's wiping them off with his fingers.
Piece of wood or the comb?
And now he's picking
Little piece of
bees
comb
off
on
this
the
thing
wood.
because he's looking for the queen, I guess.
Yeah, he's pulling honeycomb off the wood with bees on it. And he shakes them off like they're a nuisance.
And then just throws it aside.
How many stings do you think he's got at this point?
Dude, it's got to be so many.
No, like right now in this video.
I don't know. Like,
I might just have to try to run them out.
oh yeah, right now there's just a shot of the tire.
I don't know what else
There's a
to do.
bunch of there's just a bees swarming. And again, he'll do a little bit of the old fucking smoke machine.
What? Why is it?
Had the big Ron with the.
Why is it when we were growing up, all you had to do was step on a stick and these things attack you, and this
Yeah.
guy is like flicking them and brushing them and yanking the hive apart, and he's not getting stung by
Dude,
it.
he's literally
Been here a long time, and maybe we can.
he reaches in, just you zip through. You can see him. He reaches into the tire where you can't see, and just starts pulling the beehive out. Look at him. He's just reaching into an active beehive and pulling it apart.
Jesus, look at all those bees.
There's
Well,
thousands of bees
well,
on
you
the
can't
tire.
see this because it's radio.
And then he's turning it over.
That's some honey right there, right?
Yeah, well, he'll take a little
Some honey?
taste.
That looks like a nice honey sandwich he pulled out of there.
Yeah, he's fucking just. I don't understand. There's a different mentality of person.
Yeah.
There's a different mentality of human being that can do this.
honey
They're,
in
they're just
some.
not afraid. Like,
She lays eggs in some. Oh, really?
we don't have to leave all those. You know, it's not that interesting to listen to. He's just kind of telling you what bees are like.
Now he's pretty much, if you know what noodling is, he was just noodling. He was putting his whole arm into the tire, reaching around for part of the hive that he needs. I guess he's still searching for the queen.
More often than not, bees hate it when you pull honeycomb out of their hive.
Yeah, bees. One thing that bothers them is when they're in a nest and you rip the nest apart with your bare hands.
Well, would you take your hand and reach into an old tire that is filled with bees like he just did?
I wouldn't stand here and film this. I wouldn't fucking film this.
Unbelievable. Now what is he?
Oh, no, now here's how he gets them into the hive. He just takes like a fucking a little scraper,
Little spatula
a spatula,
type of
and he'll
thing.
scrape bees off, and then just scoop them out to the hive roughly. Like, go ahead, cocksuckers, in here, go. And he does find the queen. There's probably 8,000 bees on this tire, and he does find the queen.
And why does he have his Bluetooth in?
Just in case someone calls who wants to talk.
Isn't he a little too busy for a call right now? Why does he need his Bluetooth in?
What does smoke do to bees?
It
It's got to be
fucks
some
them
kind
up.
of chemical.
Fucks them up a little bit, but now they're swarming pretty good.
Oh yeah, maybe it is a chemical. I don't know why I didn't
Yeah,
think
it's
of that.
not just smoke.
And now he's taking out more parts of the hive with the honey.
Look at that. He pulls a piece out. He shakes bees off it, and he's gonna fucking take it. I think he takes a taste of it here.
Why is he just laughing and joking?
I know he's having a good time. He's fucking.
Yeah, you get some that all.
Oh, he just didn't take a bite.
He just took a bite out of an active beehive. Just look him up. I mean,
Oh my God, this is great. What's his name again?
JP the bee. He's spraying some water on the other side of the tire to kind of get them to come towards him and
Right.
towards the beehive.
Right.
But you'll watch this guy. You just can't not watch him because he's such a lovely man.
At the end of this video, are most of those bees in his makeshift hive?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
You just go to the end of it if you want. You don't have to. Again, it's not good to listen to. I just want people to go and watch it.
I do want to see the one video where he gets a phone call and just has to stop and just,
Yeah.
catch up with his buddy
He
or
edits
whatever.
these. Look at how many bees are around him.
Yeah,
He's sitting there with probably 500 bees circling him.
Because it takes
There he
forever.
goes. He found the queen.
He's picking up the queen in a hair clip.
Hair clip, yeah. Gotta.
So
I don't know how he knows.
Why are you staring at it? If you got the queen bee, I think you're
It's a hair clip. It's
right.
not like
I
bee
think you got to.
equipment.
And he'll bring it up to the camera and he'll show you the fucking queen bee.
Do the other bees like it when you steal the queen bee?
You know, they really are flying around. They're all climbing on the outside of the thing, trying to protect
Which
the
one
queen.
is the queen? How do you know that's?
She's got a mark on her or something, or she's too big to fly out of that thing, I guess.
A
It's
hair
like a
clip.
specially made hair clip.
oh, yeah, look how much bigger that
Oh
is.
yeah, there you go. There's the queen.
Yeah, there's a giant one inside. And
Yeah,
he
but
can
considering there's tens of thousands of bees, how the fuck do you figure out which one is the queen bee?
I don't know.
It's just giant in comparison to bees.
There's a mark on it or something. I think there's a mark on it.
I think you would be distracted by all the bees that want to sting you, though, as you're looking for it.
JP the Bee Man. Just find him on YouTube later. You're not going to stop watching him. He fucking is a psychopath.
I do love that he will. He'll take a break from trying to capture bees to just have a nice bite of honey.
Yeah, while you're there, you might as well grab some lunch.
Yeah.
He should have a bee show.
Dude, I'm thinking, why does this guy not have a reality show?
He looks kind of like a Duck Dynasty type of guy.
He's just picking things up, shaking angry bees off.
You can't just shake bees off stuff.
Another one from JP the Bee Man. Having a pretty good day. I hope you all out more too. We'll see you on the next one. Till then, we're going to try to get these girls in there before it rains on us. And I'm looking right at a pretty rainbow. Look at that rainbow, Carrie.
He's a fucking whack job.
That's nice, huh?
But he should have a reality show because
Show y'all, folks.
every week
The
you'd
rainbow
want
in there.
Oh, yeah, there's the rainbow.
every week you'd want to watch a guy rip apart
about
beehives
that,
with his bare hands.
Right. That's crazy.
All right.
If you were surrounded by thousands and thousands of angry bees, would you be worried about the rain?
I'm amazed how he's not flailing. Every video should end with him running away screaming, swatting himself.
He should at least show you a few bee stings.
Yeah, I guess he's been stung. But I told you in that one where he said that they really lit me up.
Right.
But that was the way he looks at getting stung by a lot of bees. But he said at one point, he's about to, in one of the videos I watched, he's about to rip off, this is all 1 a.m, by the way, I'm watching this. He's about to rip off a big piece of plywood where the nest is behind, where he knows is going to fucking really annoy them. And he tells the other people to get out of the room. Like, you might not want to stand here. He's like, I don't want you to get stung. He's like, I get stung all the time, so.
His videos need a lot more views. This one only has 10,000 views.
Yeah.
Honeybee colony removed from a 100-year-old column on a house.
Sometimes you just go to the middle and you can just watch him ripping them apart. It's just so entertaining. I don't need to watch the interview part.
People are saying he's an asshole.
Oh, why?
We're going to find out. But first,
Why,
John.
did he drown them all at the end?
John in New Hampshire. Johnny.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hi, John.
First time caller. I was just wanted to let you guys know that it's not their honey is not their shit. It's actually their vomit.
Ew, is it really? All right, well, I was still right in the realm of German porn, though.
I think I'd rather eat bee shit than bee vomit.
Whatever, I'd come to either. Doesn't matter.
All right, thanks, guys.
If the vomit tastes like honey, I mean, maybe...
Why haven't we harvested human vomit yet, then? If bee vomit is so delicious.
Because humans don't vomit honey.
But maybe we could, harvest it in such a way and filter it and stuff, and maybe that's our product.
You could pay a dom to eat that. You could to eat what you wanted to get the flavor you want when she does her Roman.
Her Roman?
It's a Roman shower.
Have you ever had a Roman shower?
I've never had a Roman shower. A Roman shower is when they vomit on you, and they will eat spicy if that's what you want, really foul, or they'll eat nice if you want nice.
Wait, you could tell her what to eat before you have your Roman shower?
I'm guessing, yeah, or you could tell them what kind of a vomit taste you'd like.
I could ask Florentine about Roman showers.
He won't know them. He'll be like, that's Jim's world.
No, but I want to.
I'd rather have that than ketchup.
I want to see if he's into it. If that's a thing he would consider.
No, Florentine's a straight. Florentine can come with just hand cream. Like, he's a pretty normal, healthy, sexual dude. He's not a fucking deviant.
This is the guy that's pissed off at the bee man you just turned us on.
Okay.
The videos are on our Twitter, O&A show on Twitter. Dave in New Jersey. Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, yeah, this guy's an asshole.
Why?
I mean, look, I work with bees a lot. Yeah, we don't always wear, the full beekeeper suit. You don't wear that most times. But it after a while you get used to the stings. But to just rip your hand in there like that, he's just doing it for the show. You wear like a long sleeve shirt, because if they get down into your shirt, oh man, that's when it really bugs you.
Maybe, and dude, he's wearing like his shirt sleeve droops down. I guarantee you they're flying into his shirt. But do you really get used to the stings after a while?
It doesn't hurt. Some people swell up more than others. Some people it's like a mosquito bite. It just depends on who you are. But the thing is, he doesn't swat at them. If you really swat at them, then they get angry. You asking about the smoke? What the smoke does is it makes them think that there's a fire. If the bees are in a tree and there's a fire,
right,
they eat as much honey as they can because they know that they're going to have to leave. They're going to have to go and swarm somewhere and find a new home. So they eat as much as they can so that the hive can live for a couple days till they find a new home.
Wow.
So all the bees get really full, and when they're full, they're kind of tired. They're not as aggressive. That's why you put the smoke in there.
Is that what the smoke does? It makes them eat like a bunch of fat fucks?
Yeah. Yeah, and then they just get kind of tired, and they're not as aggressive because they're all full. And the other thing is so that's why when he's ripping the hive apart, they're not attacking him because they're a little bit more mellow. Also, when you kill bees, when you swat at them, they release all kinds of chemicals that tell all their other bee friends, hey, this guy's being a dick. So he just tries to be pretty mellow about that stuff. But, depending on the hive,
he was shaking bees off stuff.
Yeah, he was shaking them off stuff.
That can't make the bees happy.
I guess he found out the right mix of smoke so that they're kind of chill with them.
Right.
But he's a dick.
Yeah,
Although he's saying when he's looking for the queen only lives in certain places in the hive. She's down in one spot just laying eggs. That's all she does all day long is just lay eggs. So that's why he was down there looking for her.
Well, there was one place though. In one of the hives I was watching, he ripped it. It was a fucking full wall length beehive, and it was the top left corner, like one of the last pieces. He's just cutting them out with a box cutter, and to get them into those window frame shaped honeycombs or beehive combs that he makes, whatever you call them.
Right.
So she was in like the last place he looked in the hives. He went through the entire hive and finally found her.
Amazing. That's crazy.
How many times do you get stung doing that with one hive, do you think?
I mean, look, it'll happen once or twice. You kind of get used to it, but I don't wear like the hat with the thing that goes over your face. You look stupid, and it's really hot. You wear like a button-down shirt. You can button the top collar, and you go get a pair of gloves for $5 at Home Depot. But actually, with the gloves, sometimes it's hard to get your tools and stuff if you got the gloves on. So you just get used to it. But once or twice is not a big deal.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. I got to cut your phone call short because we got JP on the line. We found him. Thank you, Dave.
Bye-bye.
Bye. JP, welcome to the Opie and Jim Norton show.
Hey, good morning.
How are you?
Jimmy just discovered your videos on YouTube. Your account is JP the Bee Man.
Yeah. That's my moniker, JP the Bee Man, yes.
Sorry to call you so early. I was up till like at least 2 o'clock in the morning last night watching your videos. And why do you do those things?
Well, I guess somebody has to do it, right?
Right.
And I like bees.
You like them?
And I like them, and we have a ton of them down here. So this is what I do, and people call me, and I gotta make a chaotic situation a better situation. So you just kind of get in there right amongst them, and you kind of just have to be the bee.
Why did they ask you? Why do you wear no equipment, like no gloves, no mask, no nothing?
Because I'm in southeast Louisiana, and it's hot for one thing. Okay, and the other thing is,
I would take hot over getting stung a lot, though.
Yeah.
I would sweat my ass off to just make sure I'm not getting stung by bees.
I understand. Sometimes you have to do that, but the equipment sometimes gets in your way. So I'd rather go without it. That way I can see what I'm doing. I can feel what I'm doing. That's why I don't wear gloves a lot of times.
I've watched probably about 8 of your videos, and you didn't wear gloves in it. What is the average amount of times you get stung per nest?
Anywhere from none to a couple to maybe 3 or 4.
Oh, that's not that bad.
That's it.
No. You just the bees will tell you. They'll give you signals, So you just kind of have to be aware of what they're trying to tell you, and you'll keep your butt out of trouble most times.
Wait, well, you gotta explain that. What kind of signals do they give?
Well, they'll put out pheromones. They'll put out visual cues. They'll kind of headbutt you sometimes, fly around your face, and they're telling you, hey, back off. You know what I mean? So you have to observe that. If they're not really doing hardly anything at all, that they're really just chilled out bees. You pretty much do what you want. Just like the cat, you step on its tail, it's going to bite you.
Right.
But you're actually carving the hive with a box cutter. Like, how does a bee look at that and go, all right, this guy's okay.
Yeah, he's cool.
Cutting our house in half.
Right. Yeah.
Well, they don't always enjoy that, but you use that smoker, and what the smoker does is it'll kind of mask their alarm pheromone they put out that actually smells a lot like bananas. And I'll use that smoker, and you can move the bees with it, and then it kind of keeps you out of trouble. And then I'll petal this section of comb, and I'll take that out. And some of those younger bees are on that comb, and our hands put out warmth, and so the bees will kind of move out of the way from your fingers. And you're able to grab that comb and kind of transfer it over and do what you need to do.
How old were you when you realized you weren't scared? Because I'm a flailing idiot. How old were you when you realized you weren't afraid of these things?
Oh, man, since I've been in diapers, I've been turning over rocks and looking for bugs, you know. So my family from a young age, you know, they noticed that about me.
And what about yellow jackets and hornets?
I don't like them. Those things hurt.
And you
I
don't
like honeybees.
You don't handle hornets the same way you handle honeybees?
Not necessarily. You know, I don't necessarily save yellow jackets. I'll be honest with you on that.
Okay, you actually killed the nest.
I'm not opposed to it though.
Yellow jackets are way nastier, obviously.
Oh, they'll get you. You know,
Really?
but I have bee vacuums and things like that. And if somebody wants me to relocate a yellow jacket nest live, I'll do it.
Yeah, but will you actually go in there with no gloves on?
I would suit up for yellow jackets. I would definitely suit up for yellow jackets.
Oh, you would?
They're not as nice as honeybees.
What makes them? Why are they angrier?
Well, for one thing, you know, honeybees will lose their stinger when they sting you.
Right.
With a yellow jacket, they can just keep on stinging. So it's a defensive thing, and you know, then they know what's going on. Whereas, you know, and you'll get different opinions on this, but I happen to have a theory that quite possibly that maybe it's innate that honeybees maybe have a sense that if they lose that stinger, you know, they're going to die. And I can't prove that, but maybe that's why they give out warnings. Now,